Okay, hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I was this close tonight to deciding to play some Half-Life 2, but I think I'll leave that for a few days. Until either maybe we finished Black Mirror 2, or until my Steam account hits 20. Anyway, saying that, let's play Black Mirror. Or Black Mirror 2, the sequel. Oh, I don't know how much more we've got in the game. Kind of feels like things are culminating, in a way. Here we are in Black Mirror. We had just opened this stone slab on the globe here, and we got this mosaic tile out of it. We haven't closed it up. I guess it doesn't close now that we forced it open. And I think we have to find another one, don't we? Let's have a look. If there's anyone who knows all the castle's secrets, then it's Bates. Searching his room should uncover new findings. At the moment, it doesn't look like he's going to leave the room at any time soon, though. At least, not alive. Jeez, I hope we don't kill him. I rather like Bates. I mean, not like, you know, we're unlikely to kill him, but I don't really want to cause any more problems for this family. They've gone through an awful lot. Our presence here means that, you know, other things are going to happen, but man. Let's see. So we partially solved this, I think, in the first place. We have the mop head in the bathtub, and I think we can flood the bathroom.
That should create a distraction.
Let's leave.
Mr. Bates?
Yes?
It's a rather nice bedroom. Oh, I guess we can talk to him about things. I didn't try to talk to him about things.
I've noticed a huge locked door on the ground floor.
I'd keep away from that, sir.
Why?
There was fire in the rooms through there some years ago. The damage was never properly repaired. The walls have been ruined by rainwater, and the beams have been rotting for 20 years or more. I think you would risk your life going into that wing of the house.
Okay.
Lady Victoria.
Yes, sir?
She seems to me to be rather bitter.
She is a dignified old lady who has to bear a greater burden than I would wish for her.
The death of a husband and her 2 sons, the murders, the castle's decline, the end of the family line.
You said it, sir.
Yeah, don't be mean, Darren.
What can you tell me about Lady Eleanor?
If you want to know something, why don't you ask her yourself?
I'd like to hear your opinion.
Oh, he's got an
Why do you
oxygen
think she brought
mask.
Lewis here
Poor
with her
guy.
after her husband's death?
And what do you mean by that, sir? Really now? I ask you, sir. Lady Eleanor is a lady, and she treats her servants accordingly. Lewis would have been unable to get a new position. He's simply too old. We can offer him a form of retirement here.
But neither Lewis nor Lady Eleanor give the impression of being happy with the arrangement. You could maybe even believe that she owes him something.
I would be aware of that, and I can tell you that your surmising is incorrect.
Okay.
Are you not feeling too well, Mr. Bates?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Perhaps you should have a lie down.
I'll have a lie down when I have time to do so. The work won't get done on its own.
Sally could do it.
I doubt that very much.
That must have been quite some fire to destroy the wing like that.
It was a dreadful tragedy, such as we've already suffered too many times here. It must now be 24 years ago. Master Samuel and his enchanting wife Catherine were just married and had only recently moved into the castle. We were hoping that he would one day take over the castle from his father and give us a son and heir. But then, they had not even been here for 6 months. There was a fire.
Did anyone know how the fire started?
No. Master Samuel lost his wife in the fire, and then vanished for the next 12 years. He'd been deeply wounded by the events.
I wonder. Apparently, these tragedies happen every 12 years. I wonder what tragedies occurred 12 years prior to the fire. I don't know if we know anything about the past history of the place.
You don't think too much of Sally, then?
I don't think too much of her work.
So why do you employ her?
It wasn't my idea. Her ladyship insisted that we should employ relief.
Not a great choice, apparently.
It won't last long. She'll soon have enough and then disappear.
Okay. Hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well.
Were there any other victims of the fire? Anyone injured, perhaps?
Our cook at the time was the first to discover the fire and tried to pull young Mrs. Gordon from the flames. She became trapped by the flames and would have burnt to death had she not saved herself by leaping out of a window. But she injured her back very badly and had to leave us after that. Why are you interested in things which happened here so many years ago?
The young lady at the lighthouse was also burnt.
I find the connection rather stretched.
Yes, just a little bit.
What kind of a man was he, this Samuel Gordon?
His father sent him off to boarding school early, since he was a very obstinate, wild child. His behavior improved at the school. The teachers described him as an alert, intelligent, and friendly boy, and in the holidays we found him so too. He got to know Miss Catherine after being at school. A wonderful, good-hearted woman. They were married and seemed to have found a perfect happiness.
What do you mean, seemed?
Well, there were some arguments when they lived here.
Was he violent?
To her, I don't really know, but I fear he may have been. Miss Catherine was unhappy, and if there hadn't been some wonderful times every now and again, then she perhaps would have left him. It could have been noticeable to us at that time. The two faces of Samuel Gordon. On the one hand, the loving, caring husband, and on the other, the arrogant and brutish egomaniac. After his wife's death, This nasty side of him seemed to disappear. He never visited us. However, common acquaintances described him as a profoundly sad and broken man.
That is until he returned and slaughtered some innocent people.
It's terrible. We all wonder ourselves. Perhaps we didn't want to believe that this evil side of his soul had returned.
This kind of seems a bit weird, because Bates out of everyone seems like someone who wouldn't really do much talking about people if it wasn't immediately relevant to an investigation. Because we're still here under the guise that we're like a policeman, but people are being rather chatty. Yeah, well, whatever.
What can you tell me about Samuel's ghost, which some of the tourists believe they've seen?
Indeed, there are a few tourists who believe they have seen him. But nothing unusual has happened for 12 years now. Apart from the castle being virtually besieged by tourists every now and again.
Damned Murray!
Not anymore.
No. Although, only yesterday there was a married couple who came to see the castle and its alleged ghost. Since they asked me politely in advance, I let them have a look around the garden.
That'd be the German couple.
Did they find what they wanted? I very much doubt it. There are no ghosts here.
Okay. Hey, I know you're poorly, but...
Mr. Bates, the bathroom's underwater.
Sorry?
I was just going past the bathroom, and the water was already washing into the hall.
Can you please get Sally, sir?
Okay. Just what he needs at the moment. Some heavy-duty mopping. Submarine bathroom.
If Sally doesn't go to the bathroom soon, then Bates will go get her.
Okay.
Good day, Sally.
Yes?
Sally, quick! The bathroom's underwater.
What?
Bates is really mad. You must have forgotten to turn the water off.
Oh, me? No, no!
Once they find that the drain pipe is stuffed up with the mop. These games really make you a mutant and nuisance to everyone.
But I really don't know how that could have happened.
I've had enough of your excuses. You've missed something there.
But I have never left the flannel in the bathtub.
Oh, her ladyship will hear about this. You can consider yourself lucky if we don't subtract the damages from your wages.
They're both occupied. Bates is distracted. Okay, let's go.
Are you sure you don't want to lock them in the bathroom, just to make sure?
You can see straight away that Bates isn't well. He seems to have problems breathing. Perhaps lung cancer.
Maybe. It was mentioned it's coughing up blood. Pneumonia or something?
Bates would be better off in a hospital. But he would rather die than leave this castle.
More psychopathic than April Ryan. What's that from?
I've no idea who that is. There's no name on it. It's not one of the usual suspects. Not Shakespeare, not an ancient Greek.
Longest Journey. Ah, right. I haven't played that.
So what does Bates read then? Heinlein, Dick, Lem, Zalazny. Wow, the man really has taste.
I'm not familiar with any of them. I have no taste.
There are clothes and underwear inside. Nothing important. The portrait of an uptight, miserable gentleman. Well, that's what you look like if you have to sit still for hours for an artist.
I think they just do a preliminary sketch and then work from that.
The drawer is locked. That could be interesting.
It's something also I've seen in old photographs that people don't smile at them. I guess maybe it's to prevent distortion of the face, or maybe just to look serious and professional. There's something in the bedpost there.
The drawer is locked and seems to be very sturdy.
Yeah, I think there's the key in the bedpost.
The butler is an orderly person, just as you'd expect. I can't find anything interesting.
You were told not to smile in photos? I mean, if it's like an official photo, then yeah, it's like you don't smile because you have to keep the face as neutral as possible.
Bates isn't going to leave any important documents lying
When you
around
smile in
his
photos,
desk.
it always ends up looking awkward because it's like frozen.
The bottle probably contains pure oxygen. It helps sick people breathe much easier. The window looks out towards the castle gate. I can see the steps, the trees, nothing of interest. This bedpost looks more than a little strange. There's a slot in the side of the post. What have we got here? Hey, there's a little brass key inside. A little brass key.
Oh, sorry.
A small metal box. A few documents. And a photo. That's my mother. It's a picture of Mom, Bates, and a few other servants in the snow in front of the entrance portal. Underneath it says, "The Good Spirits of Black Mirror Castle, Christmas 1969. That doesn't add up. I was born in February 1970, and in this picture, my mother doesn't look at all like she's 7 months pregnant. Does that mean... No. The photo must have been labeled wrong.
I guess he's saying if it was Christmas, then was he born in July?
It's too heavy for a jewelry box. I guess it's more like some kind of old-fashioned
Hello,
casket.
welcome.
It almost looks like a combination lock, just with symbols instead of numbers.
Yeah, similar to the one
I'm
your
not
mother
kidding.
had, I think.
There are thousands of possible combinations. I'm not going to get any further with trial and error. I first need to find out which symbols are the right ones.
This one?
I reckon that this page isn't going to help me.
Okay.
A checkbook, a few notifications, and transfer forms. These are exactly the same ones I found in my mom's desk, and the handwriting is an exact match too. So it was Bates who was regularly sending cash to my mom. But on whose behalf? And am I really just looking for my father? This thing here could still be interesting. There's a note here between the papers. It has a header which says, combination. Either the writing on the photo is wrong, or not just looking for my father. The picture was taken apparently 2 months before I was born. But my mom's looking slimmer than I've ever seen her. That looks like some kind of an aid memoir that Bates has written out. He must have conceded that his memory wasn't getting any better and wanted to play it safe. It says here, on Sir Egmont's portrait, the builder's eldest sister, my Christian name, the nymph's numbers.
Right, okay. Oof. We just look at that again.
That looks like some kind of an aid memoir that Bates has written out. He must have conceded that his memory wasn't getting any better and wanted to play it safe. It says here, on Sir Egmont's portrait, the builder's eldest sister, my Christian name, the nymph's numbers.
Just one moment. Okay. Well, I guess... No, not that one? Okay, another portrait, I guess. Do we want to put the key back? I guess not.
Bates must be very sick. When he was sitting here earlier, I could see he's dying.
No snarky comment about how we're all dying. 3 words away from calling Bates a boomer. I think Bates is an earlier generation than that.
Hopefully, they're both still occupied.
We're going to discuss this immediately.
But nothing happened!
Only because the police officer discovered it before it was too late. Do you know what might have happened?
They're going downstairs. Excellent. In all the commotion, Bates will have forgotten that he didn't lock his room.
Okay. So do we look at this painting, or...?
XVIII is written on the bottom corner. Ah, a Roman 18.
Yep, that's Roman numerals.
XV...
I've always read them as like XVIII and C and L and all that. I wonder if there's like... There's probably proper language to use, rather than just calling it X. It'd probably be like... Deci or something like that. Deci, Penta, Uno, I don't know. Mixing up Italian with Latin there. Oh, hang on. No, not this one. Do we not want to look at that? Hold on.
I can't see any Sir Egmont, and I don't know who Bates meant by the builder.
Okay. Maybe we can talk to Victoria. Hey, I've got some esoteric questions to ask about your family lineage. What's Bates' Christian name?
Is there a Sir Egmont in the Gordon family?
Sir Egmont? No. That doesn't ring a bell at all.
Or perhaps is there someone in the area with the name?
No, I'm sorry. Not that I know of.
Strange. Someone who Bates knows, but not Lady Victoria.
Victoria,
Doesn't
the
make
builder,
things
this is
simpler,
Steve.
exactly.
Trickster God will be behind all of this.
As I understand it, this house was
Woodsy
built by
Lord.
your two ancestors, Marcus and Mordred. Is that correct?
Well, they at least laid the foundation stone. Most of the foundations, the cellars, and a few walls are from that period.
Not the rest.
Oh, no. You don't seem to be too au fait with architecture, Inspector. In Marcus's time, they weren't able to build castles like this. That came much later.
Who gave the castle its present-day look?
Many of the masters of Black Mirror improved and extended the castle, laid the gardens, and modernized all of the fixtures and fittings. But the one who really had the greatest influence on the fabric of the castle, as you see it now, was Frederick Arthur Gordon. He gave the castle the appearance it has today.
Frederick Arthur Gordon, then. Thank you.
Why are you asking this question, police officer? I mean, you don't think like a building like this gets built all in one go, do you?
Can you tell me Bates's first name?
Now that's odd. He's been working for us for so long that I can't remember him ever having a full name. Please ask him yourself, Mr. Falk.
If that was only so simple. I'll go and take a bit of a look around.
Of course.
We have...
So, Frederick Arthur Gordon, where are you? Ah, here he is. Frederick had 4 sisters. The oldest answered to the pretty name of Rose.
So it looks like Lynette, Heather, Rose, and Sophie. How would you be able to tell who's the oldest? I'm sure there's a way to read this, but not familiar with it. Maybe like how thick the branch is. Earliest branch? Yeah, maybe, but then you'd think that would be Sophia down there. Rose is here. I don't know. Okay, well, we have maybe some of the answers. We're not going to be able to ask him. And can I ask you? Would you know? Probably not.
Good day, Sally.
Yes?
Does the name Sir Egmont mean anything to you?
Sir Egmont? Of course.
Really? Who's that, then?
And why do you want to know that?
I need the information for my investigation.
And what if I didn't tell you?
What's that supposed to mean? Come on, tell me.
Well, one good turn. Being a copper, you can certainly do me a little favor. My brother Rupert's got a problem with a few speeding tickets. Maybe you could...
Hey, slow down. I'm not the traffic police. Tell me who Sir Egmont is, or your brother's speeding tickets will be the least of your problems.
You can't force me. I'm not telling you anything until you've helped me out too.
Okay. So what's your brother's name?
Rupert Wood.
I'll see if there's anything that can be done. Perhaps I can fool her on this. Okay, I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Would I have authority to void speeding tickets when I assume you come from some other county than where we are at the moment? I don't know.
I'd rather.
Oh, you don't want to talk to him. We go to town? Probably not. So the nymphs, there's 3 of them. I guess.
There isn't really anything to see on the base of this figurine. Just a vertical line. Is it supposed to be a Roman 1? There's a Roman numeral carved into the base of the figurine. 19. XX is engraved on the base. Either there's an X missing to warn of its lewdness, or it's a Roman 20. Let's see. The nymphs have the numbers 1, 18, 19, and 20.
Oh, there is a 4th one.
That would be 58 in total. But that doesn't help me with the symbols. What have these numbers got to do with the aid memoir? Maybe the numbers represent letters of the alphabet. What would that give us? A, R, S, T. Tars? No. Star. Yes, of course. The symbol is a star.
Okay. I was writing all this down in preparation of having to solve it myself, but the game actually does a very consistent job of just sort of sorting out things sometimes for yourself. Star Wars. He's a fan of Star Wars. Actually, to think of it, they don't have a TV in here. Oh, I am talking to him.
Can you tell me where Sally's from?
Her family has a farm in Sussex. At least that's what she told me.
Do you doubt that?
Not really. Her behavior and the way she talks quite clearly point to farmyard origins.
I'll catch you later, Bates.
Goodbye, sir.
Yes. Okay, I don't have... I have a piece of paper I could use to write that down.
The documents prove that Bates had... Good day, Sally.
Yes?
The thing with the tickets has been sorted out already. What does Sir Egmont have to do with any of that?
You're taking the mickey, aren't ya? How old is my brother then? And what's his address?
Look, the cancellation was done by our boys in Sussex. How old is your brother? I don't know. But for canceling the tickets, that information is irrelevant anyway.
Then ask your boys over there in Sussex. I want to be sure you've taken care of my brother's problem.
Okay.
Ah, don't worry.
Sigh.
I'll give... Let's try it. Hello, operator? Please put me through to Rupert Wood in Sussex. Yes, I'll wait. Mr. Wood, Mr. Rupert Wood. Do you have a sister named Sally? Yes, my name's Inspector Falk. I'm calling on behalf of the traffic police. Yes, calm down. No, listen. No, she isn't. It's concerning your speeding ticket, sir. It seems as though someone has made a mistake. According to our records, you are 99 years old. Huh, that surely can't be right, can it? 34. Yes, I thought so. Listen, I'm gonna delete the record, okay? Your speeding ticket is thereby null and void. Yes. No problem. Goodbye, Mr. Wood. Rupert Wood, 34, from Sussex, now believes that his speeding ticket has disappeared into thin air. Hopefully his sister believes that too.
Can we hear his name? How do you get just an operator to... I have questions. Which Rupert Wood, sir? 93? You didn't ask people to put you through like that. Yeah, whatever. What? I'll go from the top of the list to the bottom of it. We'll hit the right one eventually.
Good day, Sally.
Yes?
All right. The speeding tickets have been canceled. Now, what's all this about Sir Egmont?
So, where does my brother live and how old is he?
Rupert Wood, 34, domiciled in Sussex, as of now, does not have any speeding tickets against him.
You're a darling.
Okay, that's enough. Now, will you at last tell me who Sir Egmont is?
I don't know.
Here he is.
Breakfast cereal?
Sir Egmont's finest breakfast flakes. They're Bates's favourite. They're very soft and easy to chew.
Clever. And what does the old guy wear on his uniform? A medal in the shape of a cross. That's it.
It's cornflakes, okay?
Do you know Bates's Christian names?
What? No. Lucifer, maybe.
Okay. I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll give him a few minutes.
Nope.
Do you know Bates' first name?
What a strange question. I'm afraid I can't help you with that.
I'm going to have another look around. Goodbye, Lady Eleanor.
It's nice to see.
Yes.
Everything is ready for tea time.
Would it be able to get, like, his first initial or something from the documents?
Documents prove that Bates had transferred money. Either the writing of the picture was taken apparently 2 months before I was born.
2 months. Oh, I guess maybe he was born in February. Doesn't have his name written on his underwear or something, does he?
It almost looks like a... Who am I kidding? I first need to find out which...
There's nothing else in there. How's the mirror? They didn't comment about the mirror
Never be
being
able to
broken.
look in the mirror again without a shiver running down my spine.
Or the hole in the wall. That's interesting.
Never be able to look in the mirror.
Oh well. Didn't ask for this. The Curse of the Gordons is unwanted augmentation. And cool shades. Can't see anything around here. We talk to him?
I'd rather leave it.
No? Okay.
There are no answers.
Yeah, okay, we can't leave. Maybe there's a letter. Now.
Hey, there's a letter inside.
Yeah, okay.
It's addressed to Mr. Bates, Blackmere Castle, Willow Creek.
That's a bit... I don't know.
If Bates's full name isn't going to be on the envelope, then perhaps maybe at least in the letter?
Are we gonna have to boil
It's a
water?
bill for a gravestone.
Oof.
Made according to your desired... blah, blah, blah. The inscription is as follows. Edward Bartholomew Bates. To know one's duty and to carry it through. That is everything. So, Edward Bartholomew then. A weird name.
No, it's not.
Which symbol does that point to?
Do we have anything on this portrait here? Steal his mail. Nothing on there.
Do the names Edward or Bartholomew mean anything to you?
Mean anything? What do you mean by that, Mr. Fogg?
Perhaps you associate a particular symbol or sign with these names.
Oh, I've always been interested in these kinds of things. Now, let me think. Now, Edward doesn't have any significance for me, but the name Bartholomew comes from the Bible. Saint Bartholomew, he was one of the 12 apostles. He preached in Persia and also in India, possibly. He died a martyr's death. He was flayed alive. His skin was removed. That's why his symbol is a knife.
A knife. I think you may well have helped me with that.
Glad to. Even if I do find your questions rather odd. Surely they can't all be to do with the dead girl.
Oh, it's a complicated case. I'll go and take a bit of a look around.
Of course.
They're very patient with me. Or maybe because they suspect that I am actually, like, the son of whoever, and actually a Gordon, that they're giving me more leeway than I would normally be given. Surely they must be able to see some kind of familial resemblance. It does rather look like Samuel. Especially with the mustache. Oh, okay. So it's a rose. A star. A knife. And well, it's just got to... cross. Ah, it doesn't click open when you get them. No, hang on. Ooh. Ooh, you have to put them in the right order? Okay, so... Right. If this is 1, then that's right. No, hang on. The nymphs was a cross, I think. My notes I've written, they're all over the place. Oh, hang on, that can't be right. All the way around? No, it doesn't seem so. I can actually right click to go back.
It must be solvable.
Yeah. We just read the note again.
That looks like some kind of... He must have considered... It says on Sir Egmont's portrait, the builder's eldest sister, my Christian name, the nymph's numbers.
Cross, rose, knife, and star. I think. Oh.
That's it. A big key. There's only one door here whose key you'd hide in a casket. And a small golden medallion, or at least half a small golden medallion. It must have been one you could open originally. Small hinges on it. Inside is a photo of me. Me as a little boy, 3 or 4. I'm certain it looks just like the pictures of me as a child in Boston. Was I adopted? There's something engraved on the back of it. Adrian. Is that my name? And if it is, why was it changed when I was adopted? To make it more difficult for the Order to find me? My photo is in one half of the locket. The name Adrian is engraved on the back. A lovely, large, old-fashioned key.
Time to leave. Do we just have to get Bates out of the main hall now, or...? He has gone. How convenient.
Apparently behind the door.
Just go into here.
Time for a few answers.
That doesn't look right. Unless it's the lower
This is the
floor.
only accessible room in this wing. Next door is locked, and all the other rooms are completely dilapidated.
I was wondering if that was the hallway which, was burned, but maybe that's upstairs?
The material is really rough and old. It's grown stiff over the years.
Did they make, like, the Black Mirror as a physical object?
There hasn't been a fire in this fireplace for ages. There's some white ashes on the floor, but no wood. It's cool here. I can feel a draft. The wind's probably whistling right over the chimney up on the roof. Another old picture like all the rest. A woman with a rigid face and dead eyes. I can't tell when the picture was painted. Time seems to stand still in this castle. The woman's clothing isn't much different to Lady Victoria's. The woman could have lived here 200 years ago. Or 20 years ago.
Be able to tell when it was painted by the artistic stylus.
The curtains are very tasteful and can't have been cheap. They're probably even made by hand.
Again, I like the
Little light gets
reflection.
in through the window, and the curtains make the room even darker. Outside I can see a courtyard. Quite dreary.
Yes, as Mannerist with a strange influence of Rococo. Exactly. Let's go back to the hallway. Can I actually have a look there, or do we just walk through it automatically? Oh, okay. I don't get to have a look at that hall. Right, right.
There's a huge mirror built into the wall. Quite elaborate for such a simple mirror.
It's got bones and skulls all over it. Eesh. You see that? It's not ominous at all. Doesn't really tie the room together, honestly.
The mirror is very lavish and ornately framed.
That's one way to put it.
There seems to be some kind of mechanism at the bottom of it. I've got no idea how it works. I think something's missing.
A blood sacrifice, perhaps. It's a portal to hell for Diablo 2. Yeah, right. We're gonna start summoning all the hellspawn.
Something
I haven't even
small is
found any loot
definitely
yet.
missing. A ball or something that fits in this hole.
Ah. Well, that's what was stolen from the museum. So we have to find that. What's this over here?
There's a small wooden plate lying here.
Yoink.
It looks like it belongs to a game. I've got the feeling I've seen it somewhere before. Someone has written Ralph on the back.
Okay. Yeah, let's just go. Maybe we can leave now? Taking all this stuff with me? This is all for my investigation.
I think I'll pay Ralph a little visit. This wooden plate has something to do with him.
Okay. Still dooting on that whistle.
Hello, Ralph?
Hi, Darren.
Ralph, I've got something here and was wondering if you could maybe help me out with it.
I've got one of those too. Here, look.
A sliding block puzzle. I remember those from when I was a kid.
Oh no, not another.
Yeah. Is it yours? A nice lady gave it to me.
A lady?
Yes, I couldn't recognise her, but Mr. Bubby says she's a holy one.
Interesting.
Mr. Bubby says you can have it. It's a bit broken.
Oh. Not another slide puzzle.
Well, that's very nice of Mr. Bubby. Thanks a lot. I need to get going, Ralph.
See you.
That's big. I'm looking at this trying to figure it out. Let's see. So we've got these steel-colored ones, which match up with these ones. Then we've got the gold-colored ones, which match up with these ones. But what about these ones? Is it the circles, squares around them? They all look the same to me. Well, there's different shading, but... Is that supposed to be that? Ugh. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the goats, and then 7 of the lions. Right, okay. Okay, that matches up. I believe I understand. Hang on. What? Well, hold on. No, I don't. It's telling me how many of each block should be in a row. Or a column. I think you have to use deduction to try and figure out which rows and columns, which ones they apply to. But then it doesn't make sense because one of them just has 4 of the gold in it. There is one up there which has none in it. But that would be no gold ones up there. Or like no deduction. God. So, like, that would be correct. This. I think. And this one... It would have one of these in it, but... So I don't know how that can be the case. Oh, no, that's... Across there's only one gold. This one has 4 gold in it. This one has 2. That has none. So I have to get 2 of those down there. Then this has... 2 in this column, 3 in this column, 2 in this column, and 1 in this column, I guess. But I can't have 2 holes. Maybe none. Maybe the hole has to be up in that corner. There's a cross there. Let's just move them around and have a look. Is there anything underneath any of them? No. Don't know whether these tell me which slots they're supposed to be in. Is it going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4? Would that work for this? No. That wouldn't work for that. So that would be 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I think that's just telling me how many is in that row. Okay, so that would be correct, but then it's also telling, but then must also be telling me where they're supposed to be positioned. I can assume this is correct, because that's all 4, so 4 across. Then 2 in the last ones, I guess, over there. This one... here? No, that wouldn't work, because that... there? That doesn't work because of that. Hmm. It's not like a reflection of these squares, is it? That doesn't work with... unless... Hmm. I'm having a think. Like if this means 4 across there, but then you've got here, this is 2, but then if that's 2 next to each other, that would be there, but that can't be there, because then that invalidates that. Which square has no color in it? Well, that like doesn't apply because that's got all 4 in it. That doesn't work either because each square has a color on it. There's something which I'm just not understanding about this.
At the bottom right, there's a little flap, and it tinkles when I shake the puzzle. Maybe there's something in it.
Yeah, I gather that much. And it resets it. Okay.
At the bottom right.
Does my journal give me any tips about it? You're supposed to arrange it so that the number of discs on the same color, in a row, add up to the number on the edge. But there's something different about it. Right. That's what I thought, but that's what I did. Right? Like one gold down here. Then you move it so that there's 2 gold over here, or 4 gold over here. And you have 2 there. Then you have 3 there, and like that's right, isn't it? Unless I have to get the hole down there. Once again, let me express my dislike for friggin' slide puzzles. And everything's so nicely ordered. That's right, that's right. That's right. That's right, but that's not right. That needs to be there. That needs to be over one. No. I need to have that over one. No. So I could put another gold one here. So that's right. That's right. That needs to be there. Now that's not right. Still. Right, a software program. Oh yeah. That might be easier than me trying to solve this. Ah. This is probably very frustrating for people who know how these work. Watch, but I can't visualize in my head how it works. I know it's like you spin them around and you move bits in and out, but so I need to get the hole here. Then it's just like rotating all the bits around. Spin them around and you push bits in and out, change the stream category to 6-8. I seem to remember something similar from Futurama. It's like... something like that. Turn thing to 90 degrees, engage rotor, something like that. I don't remember the quote exactly. Um... Excuse me a moment.
Right, there's a little.
I am going to look up a solution. Because this hurts my head. Ah, good walkthrough. Get the slide puzzle. Do this. Solve the puzzle. Ah. Hmm. Please don't tell me that it's randomly generated. I don't think it is. I think the first game had one. Ugh. Ah, good. This one has a extensive thing to it. Combine wooden plate and sliding time puzzle to display a 4x4 grid, which always has a fixed starting arrangement. The number of gold and silver pips on the left and upper side of the puzzle grid indicate the number of lions and goats, respectively, in each row and column of the desired solution. The lower right cell of the grid is left open in the solution, and the metal ball appears there once the slider is solved. There are two possible solutions meeting these requirements. Right, so you do have to leave the open square as the one with the cross on it. But I didn't think to do that. Just solve it, yeah. Just solve it, idiot. There are two possible solutions meeting these requirements. Yeah, okay. One which was what I was trying to do. Right, yeah. Using moves relative to the current position of the space. Left, right, above, below. Here's a 30 move sequence for the first solution. And here's a 36 move sequence for the second solution. Thank you very much. Am I cleaning this area? I am cleaning up a puzzle. Freaking sliding tile puzzles. Oh, I hate them. Part of my hatred of these, or dislike of them, is because I feel like I always end up with a cheap plastic slide puzzle to like fiddle with in a long car trip, which would take like 3.5 to 4.5 hours long. And I just feel like the feel and the smell of the plastic would make me nauseous. It's not a problem here because this is all digital, but it's just like, you know, bad memories of having this annoying thing to fiddle with, and it's just like I can't solve this, and I'm stuck in a car. I don't want to spend time thinking about this. Above, left, bottom, right, above, left, left, above, above, right, right, bottom, 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 left, above, left, above, above, right, bottom, right, bottom, left, left, above, right, right, bottom, bottom. Thank you very much. Solution. There we go. Hooray! I'm so smart.
The ball's outside. Now let's see what we can start with this.
I mean, it's just made of wood. You could have just taken the knife and hammer and go, ah! Probably what I would have done. You leave out the pieces and, you know. It's like taking the stickers off a Rubik's Cube and then solving it that way.
A little metal ball. Nothing really special about it, except that it's fairly heavy for its size.
Okay, now do we need to go back to the castle? Yes. The last slide puzzle we had, I did solve it. It was smaller than that, and I did pretty much just stumble across the solution.
Yes, it fits. The little ball rolls around the outer circle. Now I need to adjust something else. I think it has to get to the middle. Alright, then let's see.
It's a pinball machine. Oh, it's one of these. Right, okay. So where is it? Up there? Right, yeah, okay. Holy moly, look at that conservation of momentum. It just keeps going and going and going. Right, so it hits a corner and just goes around the other way. Oh!
Got it.
There we go. Easy enough. Pinball on string. Perpetual motion machine. I
The
know, it just kept
mirror,
rolling.
It's actually a secret door.
Right.
There isn't the slightest sign of decay. In fact, this is one of the most well-maintained rooms I've seen in the entire castle.
You're hallucinating.
It looks like a nursery in an old movie. A girl's room. Look at this. More little balls.
They're called marbles. Maybe.
I've had enough of mirrors. Especially in this castle. Like in a dollhouse. A four-poster bed. Velvet, silk, and lace. Whoever it was that set this up wanted a doll for a child.
Is there anything else? There's a door there.
Just another door that's not gonna get in my way.
We have a hammer.
These windows also look out in the courtyard, just like in the mirror room. You can't see either of the rooms when you're standing in front of the castle.
Okay. What's in this drawer here? Is there anything else we could look at?
Just another door that's not...
Okay. Nope.
A porcelain music box.
Yoink.
And underneath it, the third piece of mosaic.
Huzzah!
This piece of mosaic isn't any different from the other two. All three together will open the access to the temple chamber. This melody... Oh! Oh! Ah!
Adrian, wake up.
Who?
Your father had changed a lot. It poisoned him. It brought out his dark side, made him go mad. It burnt me.
Mom?
I was pregnant. Twins. The doctor said it was a miracle that I gave birth to 2 healthy children, despite my burns. Despite all the suffering. A miracle. At first I didn't want you. You reminded me of him. Of what happened. Of my scars. The pain. I didn't want to live anymore. But then, these 2 little things just lying there. Helpless. Innocent. I took my parents-in-law's offer. And after more than a year in various hospitals, we moved here. I needed a hiding place. I didn't want to show my face to the world. You needed a family, and yes, I thought I understood how it had all come to that.
Okay. Have you been living in this area? I guess.
And Samuel?
Your father didn't know that I was still alive, and he didn't know anything about you two. I started to hate him. He ruined my life. And his parents' life. When he turned up here, after his grandfather's death, I hid myself here in my rooms, and I waited for him to disappear again. Angelina was at boarding school, far away, safe. Friends had told Victoria that Samuel was a broken man after the fire, and didn't seem so nasty anymore. But I was still afraid of him. When the first murders happened, I sensed that Samuel's dark side had returned. However, Bates reassured me. He said that Samuel gave the impression of being quite balanced. And after all, the first incident, William's death, happened before he'd arrived. They didn't believe me when I told them how quickly and completely the curse would take control of him. Bates and Victoria blame themselves for that to this very day.
Okie dokie. Oh, it's our sister.
Did Angelina grow up in the castle?
No, not really. She went to various boarding schools and was only here for
It is Star Wars.
holidays. A dreary castle and a disfigured... like me. Oh, not the right environment for a child. I think she was always happy when the holidays were over.
What happened then? Why did she look for me?
2 years ago, she came to visit the castle for a few weeks. She skulked around the place, read books. I didn't think she was in danger. All the other women of the family were left untouched by the curse, you see? But somehow it struck her. It made her think that she was destined for something bigger. Whispered to her power and fame. Tempting for a child who perhaps never got the attention she needed. Once we worked out that she was absorbed in things that should never have seen the light of day, we took her away from here. We reinitiated the order and hired someone to track her down after she escaped.
Reginald Boris.
Right. Once he tracked her down to Biddeford, sheer horror broke out within the order. What would she want from you? Your blood? We gave orders to do whatever was needed to keep Angelina away from you.
Okay.
What was it that drove my father and great-grandfather mad?
The castle. It's the castle.
What do you mean, the castle?
Oh, you were a happy child. Both of you were. You enchanted the nurses and were my guiding light in a dark night. But your behavior changed here in the castle, Adrian. We'd have just been living here for a few years when you nearly killed your sister. You became aggressive, volatile. One day you pushed Angelina down the big staircase into the hall. It was a miracle that she only broke her arm. She could have been dead.
Did you give me away because of that?
I didn't give you away. It was for your own safety. But I saw Samuel's look in your eyes, Adrian. I was scared of my own little boy. Mrs. Michaels, the cook, who tried to pull me out of the flames and paid with her own health, took you on. You can't imagine how happy I was when I heard that your behavior became normal again in America.
You mean this castle made me sick? Made me go mad?
The people here believe that there is a curse on the golden males. Perhaps the curse means that they drive themselves to disaster as long as they live here.
It gives them unholy powers of hammer pockets and all.
Did the Order imprison me in the bunker? And kidnap me and take me to Wales?
No. We first found out from Miss Valley that you were here. We decided to get you away from here and tell you the plain truth. But it was like you suddenly disappeared from the face of the earth. We feared that Angelina had got to you.
It wasn't Angelina. Or at least not her alone. There was a man with a mask in the jail.
That wasn't one of us. Or at least I hope it wasn't. The Order searched the whole area and we finally found you in our own assembly room of all places. We drugged you and we took you to Wales, to Eleanor's old castle. Miss Valley was already on the way to explain everything to you, but when she arrived, you were gone.
You're a slippery sod. Nothing keeps you down. We had you behind 3 locked doors in that mine. Wasn't even able to hold you. We had you tied by hands and foot to a chair. Still wasn't enough.
What role do Bates and Lady Victoria play in all this?
They, like me, have witnessed what the curse can do to good people. So they've dedicated their lives to not letting it happen again.
They've brought the Order back into being. An Order that was founded centuries ago to fight against the curse and its repercussions.
Until it was forgotten. We've all paid dearly for that.
Who are the members of the Order?
Victoria, Bates, Eleanor, and myself are committed to the Order. But the others do the real work. The young Miss Valley, for example, she's the leader.
Because her brother Vic fell prey to Samuel.
That's right.
Okay.
Who killed Angelina?
We don't know. Victoria thinks that Angelina might have done something to herself in her madness.
Pouring gas all over herself and setting herself on fire? Nonsense.
I know. Perhaps we have another adversary that we know nothing about.
Or could it have been me?
Impossible. We followed you through the sewer system. You didn't have time to drive to the cliffs and kill her.
Then it was the great unknown?
I doubt that we don't know him. It must be someone who knows about all the incidents in the castle and knows about the Order. One of us.
Who?
If I knew, then he would already be regretting what he has done. Angelina was a good child. She had recovered, just like you had. We should have just taken her away from here forever.
Okay.
And what happens to me now?
You have to get away from here, as far as you possibly can. We don't know who killed Angelina. They could also be after you.
You mean after my blood?
That's why we have to get you out of here and organize a new identity for you. And secondly, you have to leave here under your own will. This castle, this whole area isn't good for you. I'm afraid that you would change again. If you stayed any longer, you'll hallucinate and maybe one day do things you don't want to.
You mean I'll see things that aren't there at all?
I don't know. I only know that it made your father capable of butchering a 12-year-old boy.
All right then. I'll go. Mom? Will we see each other again?
Talk to Bates. He'll arrange plane tickets for you. You fly to Florida. We'll see each other there again in a few weeks.
No, not Florida, please.
It's
all too much. I know. But one day you'll understand. We'll talk about it, and I'll explain it all as well as I can. Goodbye, son.
I felt like that was a bit
So-
unnecessary.
You know now, Master Adrian.
Yes. Why didn't you say anything?
When I heard your accent, I thought it might be you, Master Adrian. But I only knew you as a child, and from what your adoptive mother said, I was only sure once you showed me the photograph of Miss Angelina.
You knew she was dead?
Yes. Her ladyship and I drove to the scene early this morning. Our source in the police informed us.
Why all the smoke and mirrors? Why didn't you just tell me what I needed to know?
We didn't know how you'd react. I went to the village a short while ago to inform Miss Valley and the others, but I couldn't find anyone. Lady Victoria thought it would be best to keep you occupied and keep an eye on you until... yes, until reinforcements arrived.
That won't be necessary. I'll go of my own will.
I'm glad to hear that. Ask Lewis for the tickets. Sally should instruct him to collect the tickets from a travel agency in the next town.
Thank you, Bates. Where are the ladies?
They've retired. The last few days were very stressful for them.
You know, there must still be an unknown antagonist.
Yes, I believe someone was working with Miss Angelina.
Someone from the castle?
Or from the village.
Ralph!
At least someone who really knows their way around.
And ultimately cleared their partner out of the way.
It was more just because it was treated like a jump scare. It's like, oh! It's like, ow. Kind of like went against the mood I felt for the scene. Why didn't you say anything before I destroyed your bathroom? I like the idea that they were just like watching me or watching Adrian Darren as he was going around solving all these puzzles. It's like, well, I was just keeping him busy. Can't look at that there. Right, okay. Guess we go.
My photo is in one half. Either the writing of the picture was taken apparently 2 months before I
Okay, fine. The dialogue hasn't changed for that. Hello, I'm going to talk to you, and then something's going to happen, because we can't leave this place. Certainly not to go to Florida. Alright then, New Jersey. No!
Hey, Lewis.
Anybody apologizing to Sally?
What is it now?
Are you back already?
What are you talking about?
Bates said he'd sent Sally to you, so you drive her to the travel agent.
Why a travel agent? If he's thrown her out, it would be just as easy to put her on a train.
You mean Sally wasn't here?
I haven't seen her since this morning.
What's going on? Is he lying? Or Sally? Or is it Bates? Are one of those three the murderer? Only one of them has left the ground since I got here. Well, see you later.
Not if I see you first.
I'd rather leave.
Okay. It's the crow. Or the raven. It's behind it all.
There are no answers to my questions.
Okay, we still have to solve things here. Cause affirmatively. I knew it! Can we go downstairs now? No.
I'll do her a favor and vanish. I'll see her again soon, I hope. Maybe in the US. There's so much to talk about. An old-fashioned telephone.
Yeah. Look in the bathroom.
My God, Sally!
Dead.
She's dead. Oh, come on. Think, Darren. Bates may have well told her to sort out the tickets. The unknown antagonist then murdered her before she could reach Lewis.
Ow.
That means all three of them could be innocent. Or better yet, anyone in the castle could still be after me. Yeah, well, apart from Sally. She's the second young woman that was getting in someone's way.
How'd he die? Drowned, maybe? The bathtub's full of water, I guess.
Her face is completely swollen. It looks as though she's been scalded. Oh, disgusting. Some bastard forced her face under the water. She either drowned or she died of shock.
Bath water get hot enough?
Is she pointing to something? What could she have been pointing to? Was something reflected there? I don't understand it.
Korra in clan speak. Oh.
What could she have been...
Above all else, these crows are clanners.
The water is boiling hot.
I know, like, the water from the shower can be hot if you put it all the way up, but does it get to boiling?
The water is boiling.
Yeah.
The water
clan
is
beak.
boiling hot. It's running. The water is boiling.
How's it plugged? There was no plug.
It's running. A lion's head. I think the lion was a symbol. The water is boiling. The water is... It's running. The window's open, but no one could have climbed in here. It'd be quite difficult to climb up the facade.
I don't have ice blocks or anything.
Powder, makeup, and so on. That is so comfortable. A bench in a bathroom. Jeez.
Yeah, we saw the ivy outside. Oh, I see. We're steaming up the room.
The water is boiling. There really is something written on the tiles. A B. Like Bates. That must mean that Bates isn't the murderer. I mean, how could Sally have written the B on the tiles? And when? As her head was being held underwater and she was frantically fighting for her life? Or after the shock caused her untimely death? I'm not gonna make it that easy for you. You're gonna have to be a bit more creative to throw me off the scent.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Bates is the one I can trust the most. It seems the murderer wanted to keep me away from him. I have to talk to Bates. The killer wanted me to suspect the butler, but his misguided message only achieved the opposite.
It's always the butler.
Oh no! The castle is burning!
Really? Oh.
I can't get out that way without protection. The water is boiling.
Curtains.
Lots of roofs, alcoves, walls.
Oh, the towels? Right. Yeah, I think I understand.
Okay.
He's calling himself Darren still. Need your name. Yeah, I know you've been known by that name all your life, but...
Excellent. It's dripping wet.
Do we not have fire extinguishers in this place?
Okay. The towel is so...
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay, Darren. Take a deep breath and go for it.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I was thinking, you know, hey, maybe we should check on other people, but I guess not. No. Not Bates.
Bates! Can you hear me?
Adrian, my boy, it's all over. The castle.
Don't worry, I'll get you out of here.
No. I've spent my whole life in this castle, and I want to die here.
But you...
Listen, boy. This castle drove your father and his father before him to disaster. Don't let it corrupt you too. Defend yourself against it.
How should I defend myself against it?
Get away from here and don't ever come back. You have a life in New England waiting for you. A good life, even if you don't see it like that. Run, Darren Michaels. Run and don't ever look back.
Aww. That's an odd motion people make in
Okay.
movies. I don't know whether that would
I'll
actually
go,
work.
but not before I found Angelina's murderer.
People always closing others' eyes when they die.
Ah, there you are.
I was starting to worry I'd started the fire too soon.
What? It was you? You killed Angelina and the others? You set fire to the castle and imprisoned me?
I started the fire, yes. And I locked you in the bunker. But I'm no murderer. So don't force me to be one.
What is all this? What do you want?
This is no time for long explanations. The car's waiting. We're going on a little trip.
Of an exposition.
All right then, Lewis. What have you got to do with the Gordons? Why are you chasing this illusion?
I'm not interested in the curse.
He's only after the money.
That's impossible!
Hello, dear brother. So, you still haven't worked it out?
What? What are you doing?
I'm fulfilling my destiny. I will evoke Mordred's power and use it for my own purposes.
And Boris? And Sally? And my adoptive mother?
She guessed who I was when I was standing at her door. She wanted to warn the Order. I couldn't allow that. She banged her head on the side table. I thought she was dead.
What's this all about? What do you want from me?
I cannot enter the Academy nor the Summoning Chamber without the blood of a male Gordon. You just can't imagine my disappointment when I had to acknowledge that Richard's blood wouldn't do, and my delight when I found you.
And the whole time you never knew about me?
No. Our mother and the others kept the secret very well hidden. But then I found some writings which told me everything. I came to Biddeford to wrap you around my little finger, and it worked well. I knew that we were bonded by something, and that you'd do anything for me.
What was all that with Reginald Boris?
The Order put him on my back, as I found out shortly after your mother's accident. Boris wanted to sideline me, putting me in the frame for Fuller's murder. My plan was to take you back with me to England. But as long as Boris was around, I was worried that he'd tell you all about me. So I flew back to England and called you up. And just as I expected, you turned up here like a shining hero to rescue me.
And your death? Who had to die for you?
The good Miss Valley built the Order back up again, after there had been no sign of it for almost 100 years. No wonder that she hung around there so much. Samuel, our father, killed her little brother Vic. I had to protect myself from her.
So you murdered her in cold blood and set her on fire.
And killed two birds with one stone. No pun intended. The Order lost its leader, and everyone thought I was dead to boot. All I had to do was forge my diary entries and lure you into the castle.
Wasn't that a big risk? Sending me into the castle?
Of course. But what choice did I have? I couldn't go myself, and Lewis had proven himself to be incapable. If anyone could find the mosaic tiles, it was you. I guessed that you'd found out about our secret. But we always had a plan B for that eventuality.
Set fire to the castle and kill everyone in it?
How'd you arrive at that?
Mom?
Now, get in there. Stand there, Mother.
Listen, Angelina.
Shut it. Lewis, guard the door. Make sure that no one gets in or out. And you.
Let me guess. I've got to open the door.
Correct. Put the pieces in place.
Okay. Let's see. 47.
Lewis is standing in front of the entrance. I might be able to get past him, but I can't leave my mother behind.
Time to interrogate
I've got
everyone.
nothing to say to that pig.
Okay.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll get us out of here.
Shut up! You should be worrying about making some progress here.
There's a hole in the roof. Look at that.
There's a big hole in the roof.
Yes, okay, we've seen it.
Listen!
I don't think we've got anything to talk about.
You kidding?
That means I'm not interested in having a chat.
What? What are you doing? Just filling my inventory.
That's strange. The candle on the plinth is burning. Who lit it?
Just a moment. Can I take a photo of anyone?
The oil
Droga.
lamp's lit. I don't need the candle anymore.
Happy birthday, Skyrim. Oh yeah, it came out on the 11th of the 11th, isn't it? A little bit ago. Yeah, I said at the beginning of the stream, I was this close to actually starting a stream of Half-Life 2. But I think I'll wait for a few days until Tuesday here. Because that's when I bought it.
There are 3 grooves in the stone plinth. Very narrow, but a few inches deep.
Is that my first play? Oh no. I played Half-Life 2, well, yeah, like a few days after it came out, so...
There are 3 grooves in this. There are 3 grooves in this.
Okay.
You open the gate using the stone discs. The tile fits exactly into one of the grooves. The second tile fits too. There's just the last one missing. Okay, all the tiles are in place. There has to be something about the lion head in the flare. Maybe I can press it.
I don't think so. Cut open your hand on the wall.
You want me to?
Do it!
Don't do it, Darren. You mustn't open the gate for her.
I'll count to 3. 3.
Stop! All right. I'll do it.
It's quite a lot of blood.
That's it! Come on, get in there.
Impressive. It looks like it's been a real long time since anyone has been in here.
This is just the beginning. I can feel the power. Mordred is here. Very close.
Crap.
The Academy's builder picked 8 chosen ones who guard over the power. The gate should only be opened when all 8 are standing on these stone slabs. Otherwise, death will follow. So it says in the old writings.
Oh well, I guess we can forget that. There's just 4 of us.
Don't be stupid. You'll think of something, dear brother.
She's completely nuts. It's no good. It seems like each of the 8 slabs has to be loaded with weight. But what if one of the 8 chosen ones suddenly and irreplaceably dies? They must have taken some precautions against that happening. I better take a look around.
Well, there's a bunch of orbs on these pedestals here. Do I know about the Half-Life Google Translate editions? Oh yes. Yes, I've seen some of those. They're quite something.
A heavy metal lattice gate. It doesn't look like it's easy to open.
Crap. Yeah, it just sounded like it was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to deal with exposition.
I've got nothing to say to them. Angelina?
What is it?
What do you want from me exactly?
You still don't get it. Have I got one stupid brother or what? Open the grate. You only have to press on all of the stone slabs.
On my own. How am I supposed to do that?
You'll think of something.
You have to stand on one of the stone slabs.
So I can then get a knife in my ribs. I don't think so.
The stone slabs are connected to the grate. If you don't stand on them, I can't open the grate.
Then she should stand on it. Where should she go?
Okay.
My poor mother is completely terrified. She's reliving the horror with Samuel all over again, with her own daughter. The stone door looks pretty heavy. I don't think I'll be able to open it that easily. A huge stone door, without handles or anything like that.
Let's have a look at these.
A total of 8 stone slabs embedded in the floor. Let's see.
Boop.
That wasn't so great.
Okay. There are traps hanging on long chains over each stone slab. I should try to get at least one of those down so weight presses down on the slab. My breadcrumbs! No? Okay, so I have to put something on the slab to get the stone weight to fall down.
Gargoyles or demons. Maybe even the devil. I've got no idea, and I'm not interested.
I can hear, distant in the background, an ambient noise which sounds a lot like the rattling mechanical noises you hear in the Dwemer ruins in Morrowind. Not that. There's like the rattling one. Hello, welcome, welcome. What about this one?
No, I'm not doing that.
Pretty smart. Okay.
No thanks. I'll pass on that one. I've got nothing to say to them. A huge stone door. No, I'm not doing it. No thanks. No, I'm not doing it.
Is there anything else around here? There's a note paper. I didn't see that.
There's a note lying here. There's a semicircle drawn on the note. It's made up of 8 different symbols. I reckon that this is some kind of a user manual for the floor slabs.
How
There's
convenient.
a knife or something drawn on the 3rd tile from the left. Also, there's a flower on the outer left one. The left-hand middle one has a sun. The right-hand middle one has water. And the outer right one is a snowflake. A heavy metal lattice gate. There's a I reckon that there's a knife.
Oh,
also,
I don't get a...
there's a flower on the outer
I don't
left
get
one.
a zoomed in image of that? Aw. Hold on. Okay.
There's a semicircle drawn on the note. It's made up of 8 different symbols. I reckon that this is some kind of a user manual for the floor slabs. There's a knife or something drawn on the 3rd tile from the left. Also, there's a flower on the outer left one. The left-hand middle one has a sun. The right-hand middle one has water. And the outer right one is a snowflake.
That one, I think? Yeah, just then was the rattling noise I was talking about. Yeah, it has that emote. Yeah, I saw that emote last time you were here as well. I guess you fixed it? I think the image down there matches with what he's describing. I can see a sun there. Then water. I don't know what that one is. That kind of looks like a sun again. Did you say that one was a flower?
There's I reckon there's a knife or something drawn on the 3rd tile from the left. Also, there's a flower on the outer left one. The left-hand middle one has a sun. The right-hand middle one has water. And the outer right one is a snowflake. There's a
I can't...
Also, there's a flower on the outer left one.
Outer left one? Do you mean that one? Yeah, I guess that's a flower. I'm just drawing it down myself.
There's a I reckon there's a knife. Also, there's a flower on the outer left one. The left-hand middle one has a sun. The right-hand middle one has water. And the outer right one is a snowflake.
Right. Yeah, that matches there. So you've got this one here and this one here, which I don't know. And this one here, which I don't know. So... it's a sunny mode. Oh, it is. Beg pardon. Oh! Good trap. Okay, well, what about the sun one here? Oh! Nope. I mean, I guess each person here corresponds to one of the symbols. I was going with sun and sun, but, there's actually 5 symbols. I guess I'll just try each of them and see what happens. Oh! The same thing. I'm impressed he doesn't get stuck to it when it pulls up. What about this one? Oh! Well, that's a different type of death. You get squishy squished. And this one.
Okay, very carefully now.
Why is that one different?
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, there was a knife.
A knife was released when the trap was sprung.
Right, okay.
I'll take it.
Why did that happen with the other? Why did you run off of them with the other ones?
I think there's some old dried on blood on the blade. Maybe rust.
Do we stab people? Stab, stab, stab. Oh, there's holes?
There are holes in the wall there. Must surely be for some cunning trap.
I can't see them. Can I use this to, like, pry the slab down or something? I don't really know what it's aiming for here.
I think there's some...
Okay, two of them actually open doors. How about that? Is that what's up there? Yeah, I guess that is a door, an open door. I thought it was like a coat or something.
Mom?
Yes, Adrian.
Please stand on that stone slab.
If you say so.
Okie dokie. Let's save, and we'll have a look in here.
There's some kind of mechanism fitted here. Lots of symbols. What a surprise.
Yeah, there's water down there.
There's water here. The light can only penetrate a few feet down. It might be 10 feet deep. Might be 100 feet deep. A repulsive figure. Some demon or other. Or perhaps a mythical creature.
Let's have a look at this text.
It says here, dress of green and hat of white, all would agree a welcome sight, with bells that in the wind do swing, heralding the start of spring. On this panel is written, make things harder, make things softer, make a rich man, make a pauper. Not too close, but love me true. Too close, and I'll devour you. There's a rhyme on the panel. Sails I have, but sail I don't. At least not on the sea. But round and round, and up and down, working hard for thee. Grinding up with my back teeth, producing as I said, the main ingredient which you need to make your daily bread.
Like a millstone?
Here's written, in the air it flies, on the ground it lies. It adorns the trees, makes old men wheeze. On the stove it melts, from gray skies it pelts.
No. Hmm. Okay. So let's see. Summer, spring, winter, autumn. So the millstone is correct for autumn. Summer, it was... I think that's right for spring. Okay, so this one isn't attached to any of them, but this one's attached to there. Probably the whole mill, not just a millstone. At least you never saw a millstone with sails. Yeah, that is true. What was the,
Perhaps I should... And then...
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, hey, did he actually make a note? Hold on. Wrote it in his journal, or included the page in his journal. Okay, whatever. Oh, okay. He hasn't written them in his journal.
It says here, dress of green and hat of white, all would agree a welcome sight, with bells that...
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that's a flower.
On this make things harder, make things softer, make a rich man, make a pauper. Not too close, but love me true, too close and I'll devour you.
Maybe the sun? I don't know.
There's a rhyme. Sails I have, but grind
Yes, yes,
the
yes.
main...
That's a millstone. Or the
Here's
mill.
written, in the air it flies, on the ground it lies. It adorns the trees.
Okay, so that... What have we got here? The bug, fire. Gonna go with fire. There we go. Okay. Yay, solved it.
That's it.
I like when that happens. I don't have to fiddle around with it for ages. I was still fiddling with it. I had it actually, like, sorted out how it was working. But, hey, I'll take it. Let's get these Staves.
This box is empty.
Already used one.
A richly ornate staff from out of the puzzle room. I think it's supposed to symbolize the spring.
Okay, so we don't have an autumn one. Hello, I'm back.
Mom?
Yes, Adrian.
Would you please stand on the stone slab right there?
Is it safe?
Yes. Trust me.
Oh, all right then.
He's sitting down now. I'm back, we're chat. So you're practicing your dad jokes. You're not my real father. Oh, we're all the way up the top here. Oh, there's all the
panel
traps.
of bars and buttons. Looks complicated.
When was it supposed to be made? Medieval times? There's actually a trap above every single door, every single
rope that
switch.
must be connected to the mechanism. I can't tell where it leads. These symbols are painted on the wall next to each rope. I guess there's some kind of reference. No idea what these gears do. They're probably connected with the traps and the ropes.
Cram it in there, no? Maybe I have to cut some of these, but they probably don't correspond with these traps. Like directly across.
Why are people so creative when it comes to weapons, war, and combat? If they were capable of building something like this, imagine all the good things they could have devised. Unbelievable. The machines and apparatus look quite complicated and are made of metal.
Well, congratulations. Quite an achievement.
That's, no idea what that is. Better not now.
So we know there's symbols on those platforms there. Do I have to write those down? Probably not, but... Give me a moment again. That one looks like a paperclip. No, I mustn't have to write those down. Three is like that. 4 is like that. 5 is like that. 7 is like a P. And 8 is like that. Okay. So I guess one of these symbols here is going to be lit up, or it's going to be a different color depending on which one it interacts with. Uh, well, I mean, I guess I could just, you know, I could just mess around with it and see what happens. I've got the power of reload. No, I can't do that. Okay.
A rope that must be connected to the mechanism. I can't tell where it leads.
That's a quality rope to have survived for so long.
No idea what these gears do. They're probably...
I guess maybe I'm supposed to drop this heavy weight on them?
A huge block of stone. It's gotta weigh at least a ton. The weight must be keeping the big lattice gate down there closed. A huge block. The weight must be...
What else is around here?
A rope that must be connected to the mechanism. I can't tell where it leads.
Put breadcrumbs on it. No? Maybe it's like two different ways to solve the same puzzle. Oh, we probably have to do that because we don't have one of these.
Looks like the stone slab is locked into place.
One of these staffs. Okay, so we didn't have.
A richly ornate staff.
Well, this one goes here. I guess the other one we've got goes there.
I think I've deactivated the stone slab. At least it's locked into place.
No. No? I guess not. This one then? That one. Suddenly Mum gets impaled. As the thought has crossed my mind.
The stone slab is locked into place, but nothing else is happening.
Okay. So that looks like 4 of them. Let's see. We don't have this one here, which is symbol. Which can't see that symbol up here. Like that's it there, but
Levers, bars, buttons. I can choose whether I want to select the symbol on the left or right with the little levers. The bars can be moved, and it seems like I can enter the answer with the big button.
Okay. There's more of these than there are plates in the room below.
They're the same symbols here as on the big panel next to the stairs. I'm absolutely certain that they're connected. They're the same. I'm absolutely. No idea what these gears.
So, do I have to choose symbols which aren't on the platforms? Because they control this, or... Let's see, 3... what's this? What was the 2? 2 was that one. It's like that. Okay. What's the one I'm standing on? I can't see. Oh well. It says iron and copper. So 2 was that one. Maybe it will add up to 8 because I can only get, like, 8 of them. And then what? 3 was... It depends on what color it was. Maybe these do correspond to the traps. That one there is red, I guess. The red one here. The symbol on the platform there is yellow. Yeah, that corresponds with that. Okay. This one here, 3, is... I can't see it. These ropes are in the way, unless it's like one of these 4. Four is... Can't see that one there either. This is that one. Might be yellow. 5 is... It's not there. Okay. No, hang on. That's... I'm looking at the wrong one. This is 4. 1, 2... Yes. So 1, 2... No. What? 1, 2, 3, 4... 8. Right, there is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. Symbol for 5 isn't on there as far as I can see. 6. I mean, all the symbols on the ground floor are red, so would it just be the red symbols? But why are there green and yellow, orange and yellow ones then? That one is maybe the same symbol as 2. And that one is the 4. That one is 8, I think. So from left to right, it's like... Unless that's the one... Unless that one's 6. So what? 6. Can't really make out that symbol there. I think it's 1. That one is... Don't really have one which is like that either, again. That one is... I didn't write down a symbol like that. Should I be writing down all the symbols? Maybe they correspond to the bars in here. How many bars are there again? There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's more than there. Let me write down all of these, all of one of these. Okay, does that correspond to one of these here? No, not really. Yeah, tricky puzzle, I don't... Let me see, has he written something about it in his diary? So the combination of symbols on bars, buttons, and levers embedded in the wall. Not they'll tell me where the ropes lead. Will I try them all out, or will one be enough, perhaps? What I don't get is that nothing's happening when I'm pressing it. Like, it doesn't only work when you put the right combination in, or...
A rope that must be connected to the mech.
I'm not understanding how all this fits together. The symbols are different colors on different ones. Maybe the colors mean nothing. Maybe the colors are corresponding to this. Yellow, white, red. Yellow, blue, white, red. Yellow, red, yellow, red. Well, I mean, that's right out because there's just no blue. No, that one was yellow, so that one there. That was red. 3 was... that one, maybe? Ball's not on this. You can't even, like, access all the symbols. Eight was that one. Can I ask anyone for suggestions?
Angelina?
What is it?
No, there's probably just sand on that.
Mom.
Yes.
I've got nothing.
Okay, no one's going to be any help. Again, like, down here, all the symbols are red. Paperclip, like, whoop. Thing with the tail, that one, that, whatever that one is. P and that, so. That's how it corresponds. I don't understand this, sorry. One moment. Let's see what the walkthrough says. Okay, so, observing the faint red symbols on the remaining slabs, we have the following solution. Paver 1, disabled by staff. Paver 2, opens left door. Number 3, symbol, that one, yeah. Number 4, disabled by staff. 5, the symbol. 6, opens right door. 7, symbol. 8, disabled by staff. Exit through the stone door at right. Looking around the circular gallery, 8 columns of text are visible, each of which consists of 5 coloured symbols adjacent to a rope that is connected to a trap overhanging a slab below. Each text column has exactly 1 red symbol, which can be associated with the equivalent symbol of one of the slabs. On the 3 red symbols, for the unidentified slabs in the table above, one of the easier to find in the gallery is the symbol that for paver slab 7. Which is the 5th text column from the left. Yeah, okay. I get that. Right. It's just... Yeah, it's just saying, like, you know, the symbols on the slabs down below have a coloured symbol adjacent to each of the columns. And it is saying, like, yes, the red symbol is the one you're supposed to be looking at. So, if we look at number 7, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or maybe this one. This is a problem. Like, which way am I supposed to be looking at it? Clockwise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. What did it say? Fifth text column from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. So this one here is slab 7. Yeah, sure, that's the P. Okay. That one's 2. So I guess 1 we don't need to do anything with because we've blocked that. 2 we don't need to do anything with because that's for the door. So this one we put a staff at. This one opens a door. This one's still one which does something. This one we put a staff at. So 4 we don't need to do anything with. 5 we didn't put a staff at. 8 we put a staff at. And this one is a door, so that's 6. So that leaves 1, 3, and 7. And 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. No, hang on, not 1. 3, 5, and 7, I think. And 7 is the P shape. So this one's 7. 5 is... And this is where I fall apart because I don't know which one's 7. Or which one's 5. It's not that one. 5 is... Where can I find the colour? The symbol in another colour. It's like this. Right? It's like down. It's like up and then down. And then it goes down with a little kick. So it's two lines next to each other. At least that's what I kind of saw it as. So it's maybe that one. But, one moment. Okay, I'm just going to look at this solution. It doesn't really go into more detail. It's just like, okay. Click on the description box, have a look at it. What was throwing me off is that when I was doing this, nothing would happen. Each of the symbols for the columns above. Click twice in the description panel, enter the symbols for the column above. Oh! It's that what it's asking to do. Oh, okay. I understand it. What this is doing is it's like 5 symbols, right? So 5 symbols. You have to put in these 5 symbols into this and it'll activate this rope. I thought it was like to like slide them all across to activate everything. But or like each row corresponded with an individual slab, but it's not like that. Yeah. Okay. So if we want to activate number 3 or 7, I guess, we put in those symbols. It's like these symbols are a pain to draw. Because it's like you have to be precise. They're fiddly. And then it's orange, yellow, orange, orange, and red. So it's orange, orange, yellow, orange, and then red. That's what I think. No. We have a look at this again. I understand what it's trying to do, but these symbols are really difficult to read. I wish it was giving me zoom ins so I could see them clearly. Quit out of this and then we'll go back in because it resets it. Okay, so move the top toggle switch to the right. Move the second bar from the top once to the right. Move the third bar from the top once to the left. Move the bottom bar once to the left. And then move the toggle switch to the right.
Okay. I think I know now which rope I have to cut to spring the right trap. The stone block should land on the slab. I hope I'm not mistaken.
Use the knife. Right, okay. Oh. Then we just use this on here, I think.
Quickly now. Hopefully this is the right rope.
What are you doing?
That was...
One more slip up like that, and our mother gets it. Got it?
Yes, all right. It won't happen again.
That's what I thought.
Well, apparently that wasn't
Okay.
right.
Now
Or maybe
4
not.
of the stone slabs are deactivated, and Catherine's standing on one of them. This is my chance. I've got to convince Angelina and Lewis to stand on the wrong slabs. Hopefully my plan's gonna work.
Okay. I mean, would they stand on them at the same time? That seems to...
I've got nothing to say to them. Angelina?
What is it?
Listen, there's really no other way. We'll have to stand on the remaining slabs if the gate's gonna open.
All right then. But if there's any messing around...
Got it. I think I've disarmed all the traps. Mom, you stay there. Lewis stands over there.
I think we should swap places. You got nothing against that, have you?
Do what you want.
Very clever.
Now I've got guns akimbo.
So ruthless.
Don't worry. You're next.
The weight is on the slab. What are you waiting for?
Lewis is dead. Don't you care?
He wouldn't have left these ruins alive anyway. Go on.
Okay.
Some kind of holder. But what goes in it?
Ah, the black sphere.
That's unbelievable.
Finally. Go on. Lead the way.
This place looks familiar.
Yes, Master.
What? Was that Mordred?
Run! Ah!
Whoa. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
I heard something.
The Order. That must be the Order.
Stop him! He mustn't be allowed to evoke him!
Calm down, people. Damn! I'm on your side. Damn idiots. Oh, they want to make sure.
Okay,
Angelina isn't here, and she hasn't gone past me. Either she's still in the summoning chamber, or got in the labyrinth some other way.
guess we go in there.
Whoa! The side doors closed when the big gate opened. There's a seriously deep abyss that way. Behind me is the Order, who'd rather kill me than think first.
He went that way.
There's no choice. I have to face up to Angelina. It could be a trap. Maybe it's the only chance to save Mom. Is she here?
No.
Come, let's get you out of here.
No. Don't you understand, Adrian? It's not about me. It's not only about you either. Your father caused a lot of suffering, and I don't want you to become guilty too.
I don't intend to.
That's not your decision. These are powers that are greater than a single person.
Exactly. It's about infinite power. Divine power. Power that has been sleeping for too long. To the altar!
Screw you.
I don't like to repeat myself. Go to the altar and read from the book.
I don't like to repeat myself either. Screw you.
The next bullet is going through your kneecap.
You won't get any further without me. You can't kill me. You need me.
But I don't need her. And what can you do without an eye? A hand?
There is no curse. It's a mental illness. It's passed down from generation to generation and causes delusions.
Delusions. And what do you call this? Read.
Sodakar, Busadir, Amkaraxo Zodere, Motarebe, Vaxto Sabra Ve, Malior Vaxto Sabra Malior im Ibute, Amenya Vibusadir, Amena Voxatakar.
Yes! Yes! And now?
Angelina, it's lunacy! Even if there was a curse, then it'd only affect the male Gordons.
No. No! Me too. I can hear them. The voices. They whisper to me. Always since you went.
Angelina, please!
I'm sorry, dear brother. I need your blood and no other. Ah! Ah!
Rather an ending. I guess see the conclusion in the sequel. interesting. I mean, let's see. I did enjoy this overall. As I said in one of the other parts, I think maybe the first section of it is a bit, I don't know. I don't find the characters in the first part very interesting. In the first chapter, very interesting. Or, you know, in Biddeford, very interesting. Because they're a bit, I don't know, there doesn't seem much to them. Once you get out of that, though, it really starts to get a lot more compelling. I really hadn't guessed the way the plot would go, which is good. I don't. It feels in a way that the game hasn't really explained anything more than the first game did. If that makes sense. Like, it kind of has followed the same flow as the first game without the murders, or without as many murders. And it sort of ended up in the same place, and something's happened. But what exactly, I don't know. I was under the impression that I think Samuel in the first game stopped things, I thought. But then maybe he didn't, or maybe he was able to stop things right at the end. Wait, is that the person? Or is that... Sorry, I just saw the voice actor. I think that's the German voice actor. But yeah, I don't feel like I've learned anything new about the whole situation here and what's going on than what was covered in the first game. Like, there's a curse, okay. There's something supernatural at it, okay. Possibly interfering with Mordred, okay. Is it possibly something to do with him coming back? Or some kind of, like, demons or something like that? I don't know. I think I saw at the end Darren had, like, demonic features very briefly, so I guess maybe he's gotten possessed or something like that. But yeah, I like the game. That's enjoyable. The puzzles overall were pretty good. I did get stuck on a few of them. I think mostly that was to do with, well, partly me not understanding what they were trying to get at, also because slide puzzles, and I don't like slide puzzles. That puzzle at the end, it really would have helped me put 2 and 2 together if I was able to get a close-up of the symbols on the walls. Because then I would have noted, like, oh, there's 5 symbols. The way the scene was framed, especially with the ropes around the place, I think in my mind made it seem like there was more symbols which I couldn't see, which were hidden by the ropes. And in some of the cases there were. So I think maybe I was just thinking, oh, there's a bunch of symbols and I don't know how many there are. But yeah. Not being able to see them close up really didn't help. They're clear enough once I know what to do, but just to draw more attention to them. Also with the diagram which you get about where the staffs go to deactivate the pedestals. That was something else which I was like, well, we did kind of get a close-up of it, but it was in the journal, which was... we'd used the journal a few times, I think, to get close-ups of things, but most of the time, I think when I was looking at things, I'd get a close-up of the object, rather than having to look at the journal. So, or at least you got both to do or something. Anyway. Yeah, it was nice being able to go back to the journal and look up notes and all. I didn't have to too often. A lot of the puzzles, I didn't really get stuck on too many of them, but I think that they were designed well. They made logical sense. Some of them were very contraption-y, which is sort of like, well, for example, like moving the concrete block when you're in the mine with a rubber dinghy, and then attaching hoses together to flood an area with water from a tank. Or lifting the sarcophagus lid by making a tripod and having a pulley with some straps to haul it up and so on. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. It just feels like a lot more effort than someone would actually go to doing that. It was amusing in that way. A number of times I didn't know exactly what the game was going to be asking me for a puzzle, but when I used an item on something else and something occurred, then I was able to like figure out what they were getting at just by doing that, which that's good. Like in the same frame of mind, for the most part. A shame about the mansion burning down. I think you can actually see it burning in the background there, can't you? And yeah, shame about Bates dying. I hope Victoria's all right. I like the characters, which I guess is good for the story that I care about some of the characters. But yeah, I wonder about some of the things like Fuller dying in the first chapter. He ended up pinning that on the husband of Biber, of Mrs. Biber. I wonder whether that was actually the case, or was it Angelina? I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, good game. I guess we'll have to play the third one at some point. I did get some extras because I found I found some of the hotspots you have to click on to unlock things. There we go. Oh, it's concept art. Right, this is in the morgue in Biddeford. Looks basically as it does in the game. The visuals I liked. The backgrounds and the environments all look nice. There's a little bit of motion to the trees to give it a bit of life, even though it's all just flat and static. The character models blended into the environments pretty well. Even when they were like interacting with, you know, like sitting at a desk or something, they didn't look out of place. Unlike some games like Escape from Monkey Island, where the characters, the 3D models really stand out. This does have the benefit of coming out a number of years later. When did Escape from Monkey Island come out? Was that 2002? 2001? Sometime. This came out in 2009, so it was a fair bit later. What have we got? Yeah, here's the Academy. I guess this is like pretty much finalized concept art because it's very similar to what it looks like in game. Oh, you've got all these characters sitting in the diner. It's Mrs. Biber. Who's that? You're the security guard, Mr. Biber, Angelina, one of the order members, Murray, Bobby. That's Samuel, isn't it? Tom. The guy who was following you around. Someone. Mother? Oh, you know, the cook mother? Fuller and the homeless guy. And... oh, is that Sarah? Might be Sarah. Yeah, that was... I think that was all that I found. Oh, I have a few videos as well. Oh, the dreams, are they? Yes, okay. Yes. Right. So those are the videos for the different chapters. And mini games, we didn't unlock any of those. What are those mini games? Are they the puzzles in the game? Like the lockpicking and all? Some extra stuff there. There's a sparkle up there. Click on it. Does something happen? Interesting though. These were unlocked by taking photographs of specific things during the gameplay. I only found 2 of them. One of them was taking a photograph of, I think, Fuller in the morgue, and another one was taking a photograph of, I forget what the other one was. I have 3 unlocked, so maybe I found 3 of them. Maybe one of them unlocked too. But yeah, right. Anyway, that was the Black Mirror 2. An enjoyable game. I'll have to play Black Mirror 3 some point. Well, thank you very much for joining, and I hope you join me again next time.